Very good morning, students. Today I am going to teach you class 10 water resources. Earlier you go through the land resources and other human resources like this. Today we are going to discuss about water resources. All of you know what is life. Without water you can't survive. Human being as well as plant life, they need water. So as per the United Nations World Development Organization estimates that the total volume of the world's water, that is 96.5% of water exists as oceans. Only 2.5% of water exists as fresh water, mostly in rivers, canals, like this. So, if you estimate, water is useful for the different purposes. Without water, no life at all. So, related to this one, due to there are so many things are there, maybe pollution, maybe population growth, water scarcity is common. And to overcome this water scarcity problem, we are going to managing the water resources in a better way. So this water conservation and management is most important for nowadays. Without these two, conservation and water resource management, water is not able to get it at the right time. We are unable to survive. So managing the water resources. How we can manage with the limited resources to fulfill our needs, because without water we can't survive. So it is our duty, with this limited resource of water, we can able to survive, we can able to do the different kinds of the activities in a better way. So the first most important thing is that is the multi-purpose river projects. Multi-purpose. Our main purpose, we can use it for the different purposes. So water can be used for the multi-purpose river project is made by the human being for the different purposes. Number one, water is required for generating the electric power generation. Number one. So water is most important. Without water we are unable to generate the electric power. Number two, the soil conservation. Soil needs water. For the agricultural purpose, to produce the varieties of the food grains, water is must. So soil conservation needs water. Number three, flood control. Other things are there. When we the flood control, whenever there is a heavy rainfall, due to excess water, so all the rivers are filled, and after crossing both the sides, the river water coming to the town, that is called the flood. So dams are prepared. So this main aim of this multipurpose, how to control the flood. So the excess water which is flowing unnecessarily to the town, big cities, which is known as the flood, it must be controlled by making the different kinds of the dams on that particular area. Then irrigation. Irrigation is most important. Canal facilities are available. As you know, most of the Indian people, those are living in the rural areas, they depends on the agriculture. Some of the areas are there, they are unable to get the water at the right time. Most of the people, they depends on the monsoon. As you know, monsoon is the gambling monsoon. I mean to say, whenever you need water, not even a single drop of water is available. While you don't want to water anything, heavy flood is there. So irrigation purpose, through the multi-purpose river project, we can conserve the water, we can save the water during the time of the need. We can, through the canal system, we can irrigate the agricultural land. Next one, afforestation. Afforestation is most important. As much as the plants, you can try to plant it. So which helps to conserve the water, it can save the water. Next, fisheries. As you know, most of the ponds of your village areas, rivers of nearby your areas are used for fisheries purpose. So people using the different kinds of the fisheries. So that is one the kind of the occupation. There also some group of people also they are doing. Next, water navigation. Through the water, during the time of the olden days, people that don't have the road facilities, railway facilities during that time, they are using the waterway. So navigation facilities there through the water and tourism. So to attract the people, different areas, oceans, seas, they are attracting the tourists. So many tourist spots or tourism places are already developed in our country. So these are the different kinds of the purposes are used for the water. So that is called the multi-purpose river projects, and its main objective, water can be used for the various purposes to fulfill the needs of the people at a different period of time, differently, but the different purposes. That is called the multi-purpose river projects. Then come to the next one, adverse effect and limitation of the multi-purpose. As you know that multi-purpose is one of the most important. It affects the environment, no doubt. Environment is our mother. Without environment, we can survive. So we must keep our environment neat and clean, green. But due to some reason, a variety of the flora and fauna as well as the human settlements get disturbed due to this multi-purpose river projects. Number two, that is the effects of the soil fertility. The fertility power of the soil also washed away due to storing the water in a particular place. It can reduce the fertility power of the soil. Number three, the next one is the impact on society. As I told you, Indus Valley civilization was developed on the bank of the river Indus. No, but due to the movement of the river is not remaining constant. It can move here and there, which can destroy that society, those who are living nearby the banks of the river. Okay. Next one, that is the impact on aquatic life. Aquatic life, those fishes are growing in this plant, due to the pollution they are unable to survive. So that area becoming polluted, so none of the insects can able to survive. Next one, change in the cropping pattern. These are the things are also mostly important for the effects of the multi-purpose. That's why many times in our country, due to development of the multi-purpose river project, many people they are not agree with this one. So many movements against this multi-purpose also developed. So there are so many examples are there, like Sardar Sarovar Dam project, which made over the Narmada Valley in Gujarat. Like this way, massive displacement of the Tehri Dam project, and at the same time farmers were agitated against the right in Gujarat. So more about the water dispute is also took place in the different states. During the time of the agriculture, people of the different states, if that river project was occupied by a particular state and the rest of the states are go against them, so there is a disturbance takes place. So due to this reason, bright examples are also there in our country. Then after that come to the next most important use of the water, that is the rainwater harvesting. So most of the people, they are waiting rainfall for harvesting. In India, Indian farmers, those are not getting any type of the other facilities rather than the rainfall. They are waiting during the time of rainfall. After the rainfall only, they are going to start their agricultural activities. So rainwater harvesting is one of the most option, which is accumulation and the storage of the rainwater for reuse before it runs off. there are so many systems are made to store the rainwater, and the same storage of the rainwater used for agricultural purpose. Number one, the most important thing is that no, the person must be stored in a such a way it should not be damaged. So you can take the advantage of this one. It is considered as a purest form of the natural water. Purest form of the natural water. It is not polluted. It is not contaminated. It is pure one. We can use it for the agricultural purpose. The water can be used for the agricultural purpose also. Most important. Some people are using for the domestic purpose, but rather than the domestic purpose, most of the Indian rural farmers, they are using this rainwater harvesting for agricultural purpose only. Then water store under the ground in tanks help in cooling basement rooms in the hot summer. It helps in meeting our growing water needs. Growing water needs also required. So my dear students, rainwater harvesting in Shillong, mostly if you go to the hill station areas, they are mostly suffering this problem. So what they are doing, they are using the rooftop rainwater harvesting. So their roof, the house constructed the roof, complete roof, no, whatever the water is coming during the time of the rainfall, the water is coming directly to one tank. The tank is stored for a particular period of time. During the time of the scarcity, during the time of the need of water, they can use it for the different purposes. Then after that, they are using, some of the people, they are using the flood water in Bengal. They are making the pond. From the pond, they are using that water not only for the fishery purpose, the cultivation of the fishery, pisciculture purpose, but also for the agricultural purpose. So you see, water, if you conserve, if you save it, you can use it for the different period of time when we are not able to get the rainfall naturally. So this is the most important. Water is life. Without water, we are unable to survive. But it is our prime duty at home, at outside, wherever you are going. Conservation. You are using the water, but you can conserve it. You can use it according to our need. When there is no need, you can check it. Suppose you are using the tap water, you can stop the tap in a proper way. It helps you during the time of our need. You can use it sufficiently. Our future generation also, they can use it in a proper way. That's all about the chapter water resources. Thank you.